It is time for another Maltese workout, and it's not just any Maltese. Today we're adding progressive overload. For a long period of time now, or at least a few weeks, I've been training with the same setup, same amount of reps, sets, time on attention, everything. And at that point, my body isn't getting pushed to the limit. So now it's time to add some progressive overload. I've become more comfortable with everything I do, but we are gonna make it slightly harder so I continue to progress, grow muscles, get stronger, and achieve the goals that I want to achieve. So that's the plan for today. Same exercises, but we are gonna make some slight changes. So let's jump straight to the straight bar Maltese and hope my hands can handle it today. I have a small trick I'm gonna add and see if it works to reduce the pain, but if not, I guess I just have to deal with it for another workout. Let's go. All right, so this is the setup. I'm gonna use the same band as last session, but the progressive overload is gonna be the fact that the parallettes are higher up. So I'm not gonna change to a thinner band. I could do that and keep the parallettes the same, but I think the jump is gonna be bigger than if I just keep the band the same and take one step taller parallettes, because this means that the band is gonna get less stretch and thereby helping less. And I think that's sort of a mid-range transition. If I change the band, I think that jump is gonna be pretty big if I take one smaller one, so I might not even be able to hold it that long. But this jump, I think, should still be doable. And the other thing is that these parallettes are slightly thicker than the other parallettes that I do on, and this is the trick for the wrist. If you ever studied physics, you know that pressure is force divided by area. So if we have a big area here, the pressure is going to be less, which means that we're basically just spreading out the force on my hand, and hopefully not just target one spot where I get extreme pain from. So that's the idea, but let's do one set and see if the theory holds. It's still the fucking thumbs. I can feel like I have power, but I'm gonna snap the thumbs. I'll check the footage and see how wide I am. Maybe I can go slightly tighter and it's gonna be more comfortable grip. Fuck, it's frustrating. It's frustrating. I was also thinking about wrapping a wristband around the bar to make it a bit more soft, but then the wristband was just slipping a lot, so I don't think that would work either. Let's do another one. I'm gonna try to take slightly not as wide grip and just see if it makes a difference. Okay, let's try another new thing. I added some weights on the side, and the reason is because I'm gonna attempt to be slightly on this angle or this bent on the parallel, which means that it's not as rough for the wrist, or that angle is gonna be slightly decreased, which hopefully is gonna make it easier in the sense that when it comes to pain. But I think the hold is gonna be harder. But to be honest, I'd rather make it slightly harder for the hold than to not have this pain, because the pain is not muscle pain. It's not that it's heavy in that sense. It's just, it feels fucked up, and that's frustrating. So I'd rather push my limit, but have it slightly more comfortable. Oh, that was way better for the hands. Of course, slightly harder, but still, you see the hold, even if the grip is weirder, I could hold way longer because now the pain wasn't the restricting part. Maybe we found a solution actually. Of course, this means that when I then finally do it on straight bar, it's gonna be painful as fuck. But then again, it's sort of a distance there as well, or until we actually reach that level. But I think if I do this grip for a while, this is still gonna sort of make my hands more comfortable, and then we can of course move further and further out. But this was nice. This means that I can at least train the position, the muscle strength to be in it, and then we'll figure something out for the hands. Or maybe it just gets stronger and I get more comfortable, and then it's not gonna be a problem. Oh. Woo! Good stuff. No pain, which is lovely. What's now stopping me is just strength. I'm slowly getting fatigued, but not the thumbs. Fuck yes. Supinated full planche hold. And the same concept applies here when it comes to progressive overload. Since we usually have the parallels here, it's gonna be this much of a difference that I'm gonna make it harder when it comes to the resistance band being stretched, which means that it's gonna be progressive overload. So a smaller jump than for me to just change the band completely, which I think is good because I was still towards the lower side when it came to my holds. I was about 8 seconds on good times. So if I reduce the band, it's gonna be too short. But I think now I still should be able to get over 6 seconds, so we still have some good time under tension. But we'll see. Let's do one set and we will change if it's too less of help. Pretty alright. Lost a little bit of protraction towards the end, but I think that's gonna be good. Because now it's not my most powerful day, but it's a solid day. So working out with this band to increase the holding time, I think that's gonna be the way to go. So let's do 2 more with the same setup. My body's training with these ones, but if you didn't see the last training session, this is the ones I usually train with. So this is the height difference, and that's the progressive overload. I think this makes it more clear. Woo! Good stuff. Like, even if I'm not getting as much help, I think I'm in the form way better than before as well. The hips are not pointing downwards. I think they are pretty clean. And the only part now that I'm lacking is I'm losing some protraction towards the end. But in general, solid holds. Solid fucking holds. Slightly more tired on that one. I'm still just fucking happy with both Maltese and these holds. They were above my expectations. So good stuff, really good stuff. Now it's time to move on to some straight arm raises, and at that one we're actually gonna increase the weights. So we'll give it a try with a 20 kilograms weight in each arm, which is mad. It's massive numbers. We'll see if I have about 8 reps, but it's gonna be good. I got to 20 kilograms. I have never done this before. It's massive weights. And we'll see how my body handles. Like, I'm gonna take it slow, steady. Don't push too much if it's, my body's telling me to stop. But we should be able to do a few reps at least, because the 17.5 is starting to get pretty comfortable. Fuck, that was good. That was 8 reps. Pretty clean, felt comfortable. It's nice. Probably could have done a few more, but I want to keep it to 8 because it's still a pretty big jump in weights. So keep it to 8 this session at least, and then maybe increase for the next one if it's too easy, but still heavy. Easy to forget sometimes. If you have a good workout, you push these massive weights. As soon as you have a bad workout, you realize like, fuck, I jumped too quick. So rather keep it a bit lower, even if it's still progressive overload. Whoa. Already after the second set, it's a bit harder, I'm not gonna lie. Let's do the last set here, and then we're actually gonna do some weighted dips. It's been a while since I've done it, but today I think it's time to bring them back because I really enjoy them. Nice to get some pump, and they are a great exercise for pretty much the whole upper body as well. Just a nice thing to add in the end. Whew, we did it. But I'm happy we stuck to 8 reps because 10 for 3 sets, that'd be harsh. The pump. We're adding 75 kilograms and then I'm aiming for about 8 reps. This is not progressive overload compared to what I've done before, but it's been a while since I did dips, so I don't want to just fucking jump to a lot of weight. If I haven't done it for a while, my body is just slightly uncomfortable with it. So let's start off safe. Pretty alright. Feel a bit tired in the tricep. I don't know if it's from the things we've done before, but either way, still alright reps. I also want to share some just happy news, and it's the fact that tomorrow we're gonna have the first team meeting inside the Imhauser Crew. And even if I do have a really good connection with everyone, we've been riding a lot, it's just a different thing seeing people live and having that video format, face-to-face interaction. So it's going to be really good, I think, for everyone as well to just get to know each other a bit more. And then if it's liked by a lot of people, we're going to try to implement it more and more, because the point there is for everyone to interact, but also to ask questions that maybe it's a bit too complicated to write the question, but to explain the question sometimes easier. So they can ask questions, I will answer, and in general just get a fucking total vibe out of it. So that's going to be really nice. And then of course other things are happening as well. We are adding programs all the time. The muscle up is fully up there. The pull up program, we have filmed everything. So it's just editing, putting everything up there because the system is really easy. It's an app, if I haven't mentioned that before. So it's just an app on the phone where you can go in, watch everything. But of course it requires some, not really programming, but you have to make it interactable on the app. So that's the thing for the pull-up program, and after that it's going to be massive stuff like the planche program and front lever. So big stuff, and I just want to update you all so you have a clue what's in it. And it's monthly subscription, so if you just want to go in, check it out for 1 month, I definitely suggest you to do it. And I hope you're going to stay longer, because we all love just having a big team where everyone inspires, motivate each other, and that's how we grow. That's another set with 75 kg, 8 reps. I walk fucking ugly, but maybe you enjoy it. One last set. Oh, fuck, now I'm pretty much done. Holy crap. But that was the last set and the last exercise. Well, to sum it up, I would say this was a fucking good workout. First off, the Maltese, I figured out how to avoid sort of thumb pain, which has been my major problem, which means that now I can actually push my limit when it comes to strength in the Maltese. And at the end of the day, I think that's going to be the bigger problem, like to achieve enough strength to actually perform it. Then the thumbs will get more comfortable. I'll find ways to come around it, but building strength, that's the main thing now when I'm actually training this much. So check on that one. Then we had progressive overload on the Maltese, but also on full planche, and the holds were pretty damn solid. Pretty clean form, and the holds were pretty long, around 6-7 seconds. So good starting point to work ourselves up. And then the other things we did was also just pretty strong in general, to be honest. So this is nice. I also think I gained some pump. So let's do some flexes to just see how brutal the body is after this workout. Should be getting more and more lean. Solid. I think this is pretty good. I'm at a consistent 87 kilograms in the morning. If we can work ourselves down to 86, I think that's gonna be about peak performance. I don't wanna go too low because the chance of injury and everything and low energy is gonna be high down there. So maximum 86, and in that range, then slightly work myself up, gain muscles, then drop down and be sort of in this interval. But not above 90 degrees. Not above 90 kilograms again, because that was a bit too harsh on my body. Whew. But with that being said, hit like, subscribe, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Choo-choo!